Not yet, actually.
Okay.
I'm really interested in the crew, bro.
All right.
First of all, how do you choose the name AAA?
Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Abstract aerosol anomalies.
Oh, is that
Artists
what it
and
is?
assassins. All about art. Attacking all authority. You know what I mean? Against all antagonists. But my favorite is abstract aerosol anomalies.
I've never seen anyone use the same letter 3 times. Why do you decide to use the same letter 3 times? Trying to be different? Was there any thought to it?
You remember the video game and shit? When you fucking ran out of time and you won first place and shit? And you're like, and once the shit glitched, I'm like, oh, that's fucking hard, bro. That'll be the first on, separate from A1, that'll be the first on any alphabetical order in any list. And I wasn't thinking about algorithms and shit back then. But yeah, I thought that was cool. I'm like, no one's doing that yet. You know what I mean? And I started my own crew because I could tell you some shit Anger told me, bro, like some crazy shit.
Anger CBS?
Yeah, bro. Anger told me some crazy shit, bro. He said, hey, bro, I'm between me and you, bro. And he didn't say between me and you. I wouldn't be telling you guys because let me tell you something, right? We wanted to get you into the crew when you were like 13 years old, bro, which I think he probably thought I was a little bit younger than I am. So I was probably 14. But we had haters in the crew. I'm not going to say any names, Mir. You know what I mean? But yeah.
we kind of hear sometimes writers mention that the older writers would not give respect to the younger writers. Did you find that in your career? Was there a disconnect between the two eras?
Okay, you know the movie Wild Style?
Yes.
You know Nightmare?
Yes.
Yo, we got to get this kid Cap, yo. And he's like this small motherfucker. The Cap would beat the shit out of his ass, if not smoke his ass. We got to get this kid Cap. He's going over all of our graffiti. Okay. So the first 3D piece I was able to do, it's because I had an unlimited paint to paint with, was at the Belmont Tunnel in '95 with Dozer, Slick, Mayor, and I forgot a couple of other cats. I was young, you know what I mean? And fucking... And I sent Slick a message asking him for the name of it, but he hadn't got back at me. I didn't hear back from him. But this was my initial motivation to graffiti, straight up. I was just going to go catch some tags at the Belmont Tunnel, or like a throwy or some shit, because I had toucans, right? And I see fucking like 6 school buses parked inside the Belmont Tunnel and a whole film production crew and floodlights. What the fuck? And then I just have, this fucking serendipitous feeling, and I see fucking thousands of spray cans and boxes with all the colors. I'm like, what the fuck? And I started trying to rack paint, bro. I started like sneaking down like a coyote, grabbing one can at a time. And then Doze walked up, OG Dozer from the East Coast, from New York. I said, hey son, what's up? Yo, what are you doing? You right? And I'm like, yeah. And he saw me. He says, you good? Don't trip. Come over here. I got you. He's like, fucking, and then I just told him who I was. He goes, check this out. You hungry and shit? I'm like, yeah, what's up? He goes, check this out. You got to tell these people you're my little cousin. I'm going to say you're my cousin. I'm going to get you on the production. So, first of all, that was my first introduction to the love of OGs right there, homie. And I never got that. And I already painted with Precise, Panic, and who was it? Size. At Radiotron. Dude, I forgot about that. Yeah, I painted an alien at Radiotron in a UFO, and I can't find the photo anywhere. Little Caesar might have a photo. But I painted with them, but they kind of like ignored me because they're like, who's this little kid thinking he could just be up to par and paint art? So that's, and I'm not saying they were. Precise was always cool, and Bash, there we go. Bash was always like, give me little pointers. But I was never the one to be like, hey guys, and be on their nuts. So they didn't really just give me advice. You get me? They didn't like take me in. At Belmont Tunnel, those literally treated me like I was his family, homie. And no one's exterior to my family has treated me like that. And then he fucking went and got me on the catering truck and got me fed and said, hey, what's up? Fucking, let me see your shit. And gave me a piece of paper and a pencil, and I just did a quick throw. Dude, fuck that. And he introduced me to the Japanese dude who was doing the production. And the dude gave me a bus to hit, bro, along and put them. These are all OGs right here, bro. And I'm 15 years old, and I became part of the production, bro, and start painting a fucking burner on one of the buses. But they were using me to help the Japanese dude compete with them. So I was on the Japanese dude side, and he's like the most famous dude at the time, which I'm gonna try to do my research and find him. They called him the Michael Jackson of Japan or whatever. So I start painting, and this is when I noticed the duality or the pros and cons of graffiti, all in this couple of hours, bro. My parents, I'm a fucking juvenile. My parents don't know where I'm at, by the way. Fucking mayor walks up, bro, and tells, who's this kid? And I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? What the fuck kind of shit? What kind of adult? He said, who's this kid? You know, like, you know what I mean? Whatever. I'm not holding it against him, but yeah, bro, I didn't think that was cool. And then Slick came over, looking dope, looking dope. I'm like, thank you, big dog. I'm like, he goes, I'm like, what's your name? Da da da. And he told me Slick. I'm like, oh fuck, I got starstruck, bro, because that's all I knew about graffiti was hearing rumors about the Hex and Slick battle, and I remember the photos of it. I never saw the video or none of that shit. I'm like, I fucking had Slick's back from the like even before. Look, straight up, even before for the Hex or Slick, I was like, Slick, homie. Slick. I didn't even know. Before I even saw the photos, I had Slick's back, bro. Just ironically, you know what I mean? Because I thought he had a dope name. And so this fool rocked some dope shit, some characters, you know, kind of like throwy style with some like, I think he was doing the This Is It thing. He said, hey, bro, keep doing your thing. I'm like, I forgot what I asked him, and he just gave me a lot of pointers right then and there. He says, just do your thing, fuck what anyone said. And he didn't hear Mayor diss me or be rude to me. This was all separate, so it was a weird synchronicity. Keep doing your thing, and bro, like, you know, you got your own shit. And then I kept practicing. And then years later, fast forward to 2003, I'm painting my wall right there. I just repainted now. I got a couple touch-ups to do on Hoover and Santa Monica. And I see some dude like scoping me out, like scoping my all out, going like, all right, homie. Like, what? Like he's giving me props, like I had a dope lowrider or something. He's like, all right. I'm like, I know you. I'm like, Slick. He's like, what's up? I'm like, dude, what's up, big dog? I got one more spot, homie. You down the Rockies? I don't paint anymore, homie, but you know what? I'll rock with you, homie. I like your shit. It'll be dope. I'll try to get green too. And so, yeah, that fool came and blessed me. He did some dope-ass shit, too, you know what I mean? He did some shit with a house that in lines, like, it was like a Shaolin, like, building, but it lines with the house behind the building. And, yeah, dude, it all worked out. But Slick and Doze were my main inspirations, I'll be straight up, from the get-go.